I had to restart this video again. I forgot to enable my microphone when I was speaking the whole time. So I was showing you how to track your vocals without getting latency. Some people, they complain about latency on Pro Tools, and on Reaper, and it doesn't have that. And this is what you must do. I'm using a Scarlett, as you can see, a 2i2. And when tracking your vocals, don't use 1020, 2024, 1024. Just use 64 or 96. And avoid having plugins like this: Nebula, Soothe, Spectrocraft, FabFilter, Pro Q4 if you enabled the Spectrocraft. And you must avoid putting plugins here. You can put your mastering plugins here just like me, but make sure you turn them off. You can see they are off. Now they are on because I'm not recording. And make sure you remove delays. Let's say your buses, aux channels. Make sure you remove them here, and you leave your reverb if you want your reverb. But if you don't want reverb, you can remove your reverb. Don't put them here. And don't have so many plugins here, and just put your input channel here. On your input channel, avoid the plugins I told you about. Avoid Soothe, avoid Ozone, avoid Speccraft. If you want to, you'll clean them after. Here, that's where you balance your vocals. Here, that's where you EQ your vocals. This is where you take out the noise. Yeah, this is not the place you can play Soothe and try to mix your vocals while coming in completely. Like, make sure you make 80%, 70% of the job that you need to do. Make sure you do it here, so you can get clean vocals and avoid using so many plugins. You see, then just create a plugin here. Just create a track. On this track here, you can see this is where I mix my vocals. This is where I have my auto tunes. I have my auto tune here, and followed by this. And let me take these vocals. That's what you're supposed to do. After recording your vocals, you put them here, and don't put plugins inside this. This is where you mix your vocals. You can see Vox and record. On record, that's where you put your plugins to avoid your CPU being heavy. Just to make sure everything works fine. This is where you'll put your reverbs and delays, the passes that you want. This is where you're supposed to do it. Here, where you don't record your vocals, to avoid getting your CPU being used. As you can see, I have a fab filter, and I'm trying to remove the low end here. A little bit of mid-range, and I have an SSL, I have proximity, I have XDSR, proximity, as you can see, and I'm compressing here, and I'm adding a little bit of EQ. You can see my chain here. I'm compressing, and I'm adding a little EQ and auto tune. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just to make sure it cuts in. I'm trying to make sure it cuts in, and this is what it's supposed to sound like. But let's go back. This is where I tracked with plugins. It's supposed to sound like this.
Ila 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 dona yira rao renwa libirita wandawa ina libirita wandawa wanuna yira rao wanu yira rao onwa libirita wandawa twina yira rao dangam kana ngisangam wena ngifangam wesusu sangwas wena mpitangan shangan
yeah, this is what it's supposed to sound like without plugins, and this is with plugins.
Ila 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 dona yira rao renwa libirita wandawa ina libirita wandawa wanuna yira rao wanu yira rao unwa libirita wandawa.
And you can see with the volume here on my Vox channel, it's not even taking the beating when it comes to volume like this one. This one everything here is contributing to the loudness of this thing, especially the New York bass. That's where I like to balance my vocals. That's where I like to do everything. But let me switch off this thing so you can hear. Let's take out reverbs, delays, and let's switch off the beat. And
Ela, 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 Rona gira rao, Reno
let me switch it
libirita
off.
one.
Let's switch everything off here. I want you guys to hear what's happening. Okay, this is a console. This console is so amazing. I love the way it gives the sources a life. You see, it gives it life. I don't know how to explain it, but
Ela, 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 Rona gira rao, Reno libirita one dawa, Ina libirita one dawa, Wanuna gira rao, gira rao.
okay, I just want you to hear what's going on. Let's start with this. This is, you know, when you watch my videos, I always have this. Followed by 2A. Yeah, this is where I make things loud. And then let's add this thing. I don't use Sooth so much. I love this plugin here, the Speckraft. This is where I'm taking out the what do you call the harshness. You can see by the pictures here, I'm adding the treble. I don't want to take it out to suck the life out of it. And followed by ELC. I love this EQ. Without it. Followed by a tape. And on the tape, I'm using the 30 IPS. The reason why I'm using the 30 IPS is the 30 IPS is smooth. It's on the dark side. So I like the dark side of this tape, because when it comes to that thing, you can see it's the last plugin, which means I'm introducing the low end, and it's taking out the harshness, but in a smooth way. So let's listen to it. Rona gira rao, Reno libirita one dawa, Ina libirita one dawa, Wanuna gira rao, gira rao. Wanu gira rao, Unwa libirita one dawa, Unwa libirita one dawa, Twina gira rao, Rangam, Tananya sangam, Wenangi fangam, Wesusu sangwas, Wenampi tangan, Shangan, Desimi sansan, Wenakumamgan, Sansan. Then after doing this, when I feel like everything is complete, I take out my mastering, I switch it off, then I bounce the track with the what you call headroom. With the headroom, I bounce the song with no mastering plugins on. Then I have a master template where I just put maybe that thing. Then same settings there. I put it there, and maybe put a master plan. I put it there, and I balance. I use the ELC just to balance the track, just to give it life, and that's what I do. So you are done just like that. You can see the way I explain this is like this setups I use on Pro Tools, on Cubase, on FL Studio. That's the whole thing. That's what I use. So it's not like Reaper, Pro Tools is better than Reaper, or whatever is not better than Reaper. It's the workflow. Just try to copy your workflow and try to bring it here. But the nice part about Reaper is you can edit your vocals while here. You can see like everything. It's simple here. Everything is simple here. I don't wanna lie. So yeah, we out. You can see, even though when I want to just, why did I even bounce? You see, when I try to bounce something, I just press B, it will bounce that part out. But I can use anything, Pro Tools, whatever you can throw at me, cause I just learn these programs. As long as it has the input channel here, I will use it. So yeah, this is the video. I think I'll post this template. I didn't even save this. I made this and I didn't save this. So yeah, we out here. Subscribe, like, share.